prompted, you will get their service. I want to be very clear and deliberate on those particular aspects because they are very critical in matters financial stewardship. Many people have actually masculated themselves trying to con new entrants to the university by telling them to pay cash. Kisii University has not designated anyone to correct money on its behalf. The only agent that has been given the mandate, it is the bank. We have an account with KCB Bank, Cooperative Bank, and also we have an account with National Bank of Kenya. Those are the only designated agents of correcting Kisii University money. Therefore, I want to also give a clear guideline on many other issues that we do as finance department. Besides receiving your money through the bank, we also update them. There is always real-time updating of money in your ledger, student ledger, once you pay your money in the account. So we don't give receipts for whatever you pay. Your bank in slip is your receipt. For us, we are able to see it in our ELP account, and it is always credited in your ledger account. So once you pay in the bank, we are able to see and appreciate that you have paid. Therefore, there is no hassle, there is no problem. Once you pay, you should not be worried that you should come and update, because it is real time. Our ELP is updated and is able to get data from the account. I want also to say, in relation to that, we want to encourage you to reduce your household component, which is very critical and part of your school fees that you will be paying in the course of studies. Help and other components that the government is giving. I've seen my good friends from the university fund. I hope you have filled your applications. They also come to us. We are always advised, wherever you have done applications and they have gone through, and the government is paying money through the university fund, they always advise and we update your ledgers accordingly. So we are saying that when you are doing your application, ensure you capture your data, biodata well. That will be very key in helping us to do the reconciliation once we receive money from help and the university fund. I don't want to go more into university fund because I have seen my friends from the university fund. I know they will elaborately talk about it and guide you on how to do the application for those who have not done that. Other monies that we normally post are bursaries and CDFs. Many a times you get CDFs from your constituencies and bursaries from various organizations. When they come to us, we also update them. We update them in your student ledger, but we don't accept checks which don't have advisory notes. Wherever you are bringing a check from CDF, you must be sure to accompany it with a letter that is going to state categorically that that check belongs to you. All how many beneficiaries are part of that check. So wherever you bring a check to us, we shall issue a receipt wherever we know and appreciate that actually you are the sole beneficiary, or there are many beneficiaries. Many a times we have seen students doing a lot of forgeries on letters that have been given by the CDF. Don't be a victim of that particular scam, because many are given checks to bring to us, but they get on the way, instead of getting the letters that have been given, they forge their own. Probably there were 10 beneficiaries. They make them 1 or 2 so that they can exclude other people, which is illegal. Therefore, I want to say that that is illegal, and until when we are able to be satisfied that that letter, it comes from the CDF all bursary office, we cannot be able to accept the check. Yes, we can bank it, but we will require and demand an advisory that is very clear from the bursary or the constituency that has been given anything, that any money to the student. Another component that we actually do so much is reconciliation of student accounts. As you will stay here, there are so many aspects that we require that we harmonize your ledger. Probably if you have applied, probably for, you have deferred your studies, probably if there is suspension, because the quality assurance has told you very clearly that once there is a malpractice of exams, there will always be a suspension. Wherever such happenings happen, then we are required to reconcile your ledger to make it up to date, and even to be able to make it look where you are at that particular time. So we want to say that those reconciliation are also carried out, and our officers are always there to help and even to guide. Therefore, with that, I also want to say we can also guide on other aspects that are financial related. So we want to take this particular opportunity to welcome each one of you to our office, the Student Finance Office. We are willing and ready to serve whatever and wherever you require our service. And we want to tell you that we uphold a lot of integrity in matters financial stewardship, because sorely that is what we have been called to do, and that is what we are here to do as the finance department. So I ensure and I also assure you of integrity in every aspect in relation to finances, keeping the records very clean, and also ensuring that we give you the best of the best as you stay with us. So I want to wish you the very best, and I want to let you know that this is the best institution that you have chosen, and at the end of it all, you will be the better you than you came today. May God bless you. May God keep you as you walk the journey that you have started, and as you realize your goal in Kisii University. May you be blessed in Jesus' name.
Thank you so much. Kwa sababu ya heshima ile ofisi ya finance, ningependa tuwapatie makofi ya nyayo. Sawa sawa. Tayarisha mikono, tayarisha mikono, tayarisha mikono. Weka simu chini. Weka simu chini. Ambia baby guy simu chini. Tayarisha mikono. Twende 1, 2, 3, 4. Funga. Fungua. Asante sana. Kwa wale ambao wanajiunga nasi wakiwa pale nyumbani wanatazama jambo ambalo linaweza kuendelea hapa ndani ya chuo kikuu cha Kisii. Kumbuka hii inaitwa orientation, ikiwa ni day 2 of day 5. Tunaendelea vizuri tena zaidi. Siku ya jana tuliweza kupiga selfie na nikaona watu wengi waliweza kupost pale kwenye social media platform mingi zaidi. Siku ya jana tulikuwa tuna trend country mzima. Siku ya leo kuna mtu ameniambia amevaa hoodie ya Manchester United. Sijui amekaa pande gani, lakini nataka nimkumbushe kwamba Arsenal ni timu mbaya sana. Mtu wa Manio amekalia wapi? Amesema nipigie selfie pande huo. Kwa hivyo chukua simu, ingia kwa kamera, chukua simu. This is the time. Chukua simu mbio mbio. Chukua simu. Chukua simu mbio mbio. Mimi sijui nisimamie wapi. Hapa, si ndio? Aya, ingia kwa kamera mbio mbio, Nataka tu trend mbio mbio saa hii. Ingia kwa selfie. Aya, chukua selfie. Make sure mko watu 3, 4 kwa hiyo selfie. Chukua watu wengi. Make sure unachukua hiyo selfie day 2. Na make sure una smile. Siweke sura imekaa ni kama tumeanza kuinama mapema. Ambia jirani ya smile kwa hiyo selfie. Aya, post pale kwenye social media platform, waambie this is day 2 of orientation. Remember the hashtag is Kisii University. #leave no student behind. Right? Thank you for all of you who are joining us live from wherever you are watching us. This is Kisii University Orientation Day 2. Na sasa hivi we are heading straight kwa mambo na university funding. Tunaingia direct to mambo na university funding. I'd like to invite the one in charge of the university funding from the office of the Dean of Students, Bwana Enoch Mokua, ambaye atatueleza kuna wageni gani ambao wameweza kuja nao. Karibu sana Bwana Enoch. Mpigieni makofi Bwana Enoch Mokua akiweza kuja. Mpigieni makofi. Thank you so much.
Asanteni sana. Comrades power. Comrades ria. Leo mmejaribu sana. Leo mko nywe. Now, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to our second day of orientation. The finance team, led by the Deputy Finance Officer, Revenue, has talked about very important aspect in terms of your academic journey. Finance matters is what will lead to you achieving your academic dream. So kindly, all the important information that she has talked about, kindly let us learn to prioritize on matters fee clearance, and in case there is a problem, in case you deferred, in case you had some challenges with your account, kindly reach out to them. At this juncture, I want to welcome Assistant Director, Grants Office from Universities Fund. Hao wenye mnasikia wanaitwa scholarship, hii yenye mnapokea. Ili aje naye introduce ile timu ambayo wamekuja na. Naomba tuwapatie 5 factorial as we welcome the Assistant Director, Grants Universities Fund. Tuanze 1, 2. Thank you so much. Karibu Habuku.
Hamjamboni nyote. Hello. Comrades power. Nasikia ma comrades hao wanasalimi. Very good. Huyo ameshout hivyo, nitafute tuongee kando ya tent nione vile nitakujenga kidogo. So asanteni sana. All protocol observed. Mimi naitwa Abuke Emmanuel. Nilikuwa mwanafunzi hapa. Sasa hii niko huko. hii mambo mnasikia ya funding nini, tuko huko tunashughulikia watu. But before niongee na nyinyi, ningependa sana kukaribisha wenzangu wajitambulishe, ndio tuendelee na fursa na nini program yetu vile ilikuwa.
Comrades power, comrades ria. Mnafata kufurahi sababu si ndio tunakuja kuwafanyia masomo ikuwe rahisi, cause we'll be financing you till the end of your journey here. Now from our team, from our CEO, tunawakaribisha sana Kisii University. Have a good time.
Good morning. Morning. My name is Karen Kiomasha from University Funds. Welcome to Kisii University.
Hello. So ni hayo, I'll be very brief. Nataka kujaribu kusqueeze time ili nipate maswali kama 3 tu peke yake kwenu na tufunge nini section. More inquiries, more nini, tuko huko kwa tent, tutamalizana na nyinyi. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwapatia background information kidogo kuhusu Universities Fund. So Universities Fund ni state corporation. Sisi ndio tunapatiana scholarship to students. Hapo awali tulikuwa tukipatiana kitu inaitwa grants. Before hii mambo ya scholarship ikuje, tulikuwa tukilipia watu school fee full. Government ilikuwa inapatiana pesa, tunatuma kwa university. Alafu mfumo ikageuka, tukaamua sasa students wa apply ili tuweze kujua journey ya student. So nikianzia hapo, na hii current funding model iko na 3 state departments zenye zina operate, iko na 3 agencies zina operate hapo ndani. 1, kuna Universities Fund, sisi tunapatiana scholarship. 2, kuna HELB. HELB wanapatiana tuition loan na upkeep. 3, kwa wale ambao wanafanya TVET. Nyinyi nyote hapa ni wa university, but wale wa TVET pia kuna TVETA, SD TVET. SD inamaanisha State Department of TVET, Technical and Vocational Institute. Tunajua hizo ma polytechnic nini zote. Hao wanapatiana scholarship kwa TVET institution. So hii funding model iko na main characteristic. Characteristic 1, yenye a student to be eligible, you must have done KCSE year 2022 and beyond. So wale ambao kwa 2022, 23, 24, 25 KCSE nyote mmequalify ku apply for this funding model. Ya pili, you must be a Kenyan citizen. So for you to be a Kenyan citizen, for you to benefit from this funding, you must be a Kenyan citizen. If you are a foreigner, bahati mbaya huta benefit from this funding. Third, for scholarship only, you must be placed in a public institution. Here, with regards to scholarship in university, you must be placed in a public university by the placement body. Placement body hapa ni KUPS. Inamaanisha nini hapo? Kama unajua umekuja Kisii University, lakini KUPS haikukuplace Kisii University, huwezi pewa scholarship. Wewe automatically ni self-sponsored student. Ya kwa wale ambao wako TVET, you must be placed in a MOE TVET institution. MOE TVET institution inamaanisha TVET institution ziko under Ministry of Education. Not all TVET institutions ziko under Ministry of Education. So zile ziko under Ministry of Education peke yake ndio umequalify kupata funding. Then for loan, wale ambao wako self-sponsored ama wako placed in private institution, you qualify for loan. Hapo utapewa loan. So what are the documents needed for one to apply? Ya kwanza muhimu sana, you must have a valid email address. Valid email address inamaanisha nini? ile email address yenye wewe unaweza access at any given point. Kama unajua ulifanyiwa application na mtu, make sure unajua password ya hiyo email na wewe ndo una control hiyo email. Kama huwezi, tuko pale kwa Tend, tunaweza kukuchenjia email. Make sure email yenye unaweza access now system ni wewe ndo una control. Ya pili, valid phone number. Lazima uwe na phone number yenye ko valid. Hiyo phone number inafanya kazi. Yenye communication zetu ni through phone number na email. So unaweza pigiwa simu, tukipata kwa mteja kuna shida hapo. Unaweza tumua SMS, pesa imeingia, pesa ipo njiani imeingia, umemaliza application, hujamaliza application through SMS. Hii phone lazima iwe valid. Ya tatu tutahitaji ni your KCPE and KCSE index number. Apart from that, we'll also need KCPE, KCSE year. So kama ulifanya KCSE 2025, tutahitaji 2025 year and your index number. KCPE the same. Apart from that, kama ulikuwa umeskuwa sponsored primary ama high school, make sure you have a PDF copy of your sponsorship letter. Hizi document zinasaidia sana tukijaribu kugauge on how we can score you, because scholarship iko varied na loan iko varied. Si kila mtu anapewa the same amount. Kuna wale atapewa mingi based on their need na kuna wale atapewa kiasi. Hakuna wale anapewa kidogo, kuna anapewa kiasi na mingi. So based on how we will gauge your income ama household ability, tutakupatia hiyo. So sponsorship letters ni muhimu sana for both level of study, that is primary and secondary. Apart from that, we'll need your parents' ID and valid phone number. Hiyo ni namba yenye mzazi wako anaweza patikana nayo. Na hiyo phone number ya mzazi lazima ikuwe registered na phone na ID number yake. In an event one hana wazazi, we will need documents to prove hana wazazi. A good example, if your parents are deceased, we'll need death certificate. Kama ni moja, tutakuitisha ya mmoja. Kama ni watu wawili, tutaitisha zote mbili. Apart from that, we'll also need your we'll need your admission letter. Definitely ukiingia university lazima upewe admission letter. Admission letter, kitu tunahitaji hapo ni registration number. Your registration number ndo tutakuwa tukicoordinate na university. Si finance ametoka hapa. Through registration number yako ndo you finance itajua kama pesa yako imeingia ama bado. Then after that we'll also need your passport photo. Passport photo mzuri, ile unajua haitakuangusha. Hiyo ndo tutatumia kukuidentify na ukikuja kwa ofisi zetu, tukilogin kwa system tutaangalia ni wewe ama. So make sure your passport photo ni ile safi. Yengine we'll need guarantors. We'll need valid phone number of your guarantors and the ID number. Guarantors, for those who will be interested in taking government loan, tutahitaji hiyo. Guarantors ni yule atakusimamia just in case anything ifanyike. Tukijaribu kukutafuta kwa email hupatikani, tujaribu kutafuta kwa phone hupatikani, tutapigia guarantor simu tumwambie mwanafunzi so and so aliapply lakini tumegundua kuna shida na application yake. Kindly mwambie a visit ofisi zetu ama any huduma center tumshughulikie. So we need a guarantor. Guarantor is not limited. Hata mzazi wako anaweza kuwa guarantor wako. Make sure guarantor ako any person close to you. Bradhako, mzazi wako, mjombako. And yes, make sure ako any person close to you. Then from that we'll need a valid account number ama M-Pesa number kwa wale watakuwa wakipokea upkeep. Account number lazima ikuwe registered under your name and under your ID kwa wale wako na ID. Na wale hawana ID the same. Wale hawana ID unaweza fungua account kwa Post Bank, KCB and other banks. Kuna vile tuko na MOU na wao, utareceive pesa yako, but it must bear your name. Kwa wale wako na ID unaweza receive through M-Pesa. Hiyo M-Pesa line lazima iko registered under your ID. Warning, hii mzururo yetu yenye tumekuwa tukienda around university, kuna issues mob tumekuwa tukipata na students, especially madem. Unapata dem akifika second year anakuambia I want to change my upkeep from bank to M-Pesa, na hiyo M-Pesa unapata ni ya chali yake. Warning, make sure hiyo phone number iko hapo ni yako. Mambo ya mapenzi haiwekwi kwa pesa. Si ndo mmeingia first year? Wanaume mnasikia? Mambo ya mapenzi, toa pesa. Pesa na mapenzi hazielewani. Hizo vitu mbili hazielewani. Pesa, mapenzi, masomo. Hauwezi weka hizo vitu moja kwa box na zitoshe. Kama unataka kufocus kwa mapenzi, toa pesa. Na maisha itakuwa nyerere. So, kwa wanaume, make sure M-Pesa namba yako iko hapo ni yako na account number ni yako. Kwa madem, usidhubutu kuweka namba ya chali yako hapo. Ni issue yenye tumekuwa tukiaddress na ni inasikitisha sana. Unaenda university, student ni second year, unapata leka aliregister na namba ya chali yake, hataki kufuata nini, ana insist yeye ndo atakuwa bwanake. Issues zinakuwa unakosana, akifika third year anaanza kulia mwanaume alikula pesa yake. So tuache hiyo tafadhali. Make sure namba umekuwa registered nayo ni yako. A key point to take. Sasa mmejoin, next week najua mnaweza ambiwa mnaanza kufanya transfers. Kuna two form of transfer, kuna interfaculty transfer na inter-university transfer ama inter-institutional transfer. Kwa wale wa inter-institutional transfer, make sure your transfer imepitia through KUPS. Because KUPS ndio inakuplace. Kama KUPS haija approve your transfer, maintain ile university ulikuwa placed. Ukimove from one university to another university bila approval of KUPS, inamaanisha wewe ni self-sponsored student. Wewe na yule ambaye ametembea tu kuregister hiyo hapa, hakuna tofauti. Likewise to interfaculty transfer. Umejoin Kisii University, ukaitwa Bachelor of Commerce, ukaona Bachelor of Commerce haikufurahishi, ukaamua kwenda kufanya Bachelor of Art, Education Art. Make sure hiyo transfer imepitia through KUPS. How will you confirm imepitia through KUPS? Before you attend classes, ingia kwa portal yako ya KUPS, login kwa simu. Simuona mmepiga maselfie na masimu poa poa. Hiyo simu Dean. Hapa kuna wifi, si ndio? Dean ameconfirm kuna wifi. So najua kuingia online haitawashinda. Ingia kwa KUPS portal yako, confirm if the transfer ilikuwa approved. Ukiingia utaona current placement inakwambia ni which program, which university. Previous placement, which program, which university. Ukiona the current program si ile yenye wewe unafanya, tafadhali rudi kwa ile imeandikwa hapo kwa KUPS portal. Usiporudi kufanya hiyo, tutakuchukua kama self-sponsored student. Hatutaki ufike kwa finance wakuja walete issue mob kwetu kwa ofisi zetu wakisema tumeshindwa kukulipia fee, ilhali wewe ndo mwenye makosa. Na remember, kwa hii funding model iko na 3 portion: scholarship, loan na household. The moment umekuwa categorized as a self-sponsored student, fee yote utajilipia. The minimum fee currently ni 116,000. The maximum ni 440. Sasa wewe jua pale unacheza. Kama familia yenu iko na 116,000 ya kulipa per annum, unaweza shift to self-sponsored, hatuna shida. Kwa wale ambao kuna 400 pia kama unaweza shift ni sawa. But kama unajua hauna uwezo, make sure transfer go through KUPS ndo to avoid hizo issues zenye students wana raise kila wakati, kila time. Kuwa mimi sijapata scholarship yangu ilhali makosa ilikuwa kwa upande wa student. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa, nafikiri nimejaribu kuwa brief. So nilikuwa na request kama naweza pata tu maswali 2-3 za students zenye zinawasumbua nijibu, then mengine tutadiscuss huko kwa tent. Tuko huko kwa tent, tutawashughulikia. Kwa wale continuing students, nimeona pia kuna continuing students, kuna ma scout hapa, wengine wana follow online. Unaweza apply. Deadline ya application ni 31st of August for all applicants, first time na second and continuing student. And for you first years, make sure each year you apply for funding. In an event unajua umedefer, hiyo mwaka usiapply for funding. We will fund you based on your academic years. Kama program yako inachukua 4 years, we will only fund you 4 times. Kama inachukua 5, we will fund you 5. Kama ni 6 years. So make sure each year yenye uko in session umeapply. Apart from that, soma kwa bidii. University watu hufail na watu hurepeat. Ukirepeat mara ya kwanza, mara ya pili unafukuzwa. Ukiambiwa urepeat na tulishakulipia scholarship ya first year, ukaambiwa repeat first year, uapply tena, tutassume wewe uko second year. So tieni bidii, na nafikiri from hiyo mnaweza connectisha mpaka fourth year ile mwaka tako imebaki utajilipia fee. So tieni bidii, msome kwa bidii. Hapa ni wewe kujitetea, hakuna mtu atakushika mkono ufanye vitu. Jua wewe ni mtu mzima, chenye utaamua kufanya ndio itafanyika. Ukitaka kuacha shule ni sawa, ukitaka kuendelea na masomo ni vyema. So ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Nitakaribisha maswali 2-3 then tuone vile tutafunga hii session. Mko na mic? Yote wawili ambao wako na swali wakuje mbele tu hapa niulize.
Check.
According to the new funding model, the government say that the government-sponsored students, they are going to fund us 100%. Now, on admission, the school was requiring us to pay fee. And the 100% scholarship, we are told that it is loan. So when the government the government knows that they are funding us 100%. What about this money that we paid? Some of us paid about 50,000 to our accounts. How is the government going to deal with that?
Good morning. My name is Victor. Sign name is, my course is Bachelor of Education Special Needs. Now, I'm a student here, self-sponsored. Yeah, he's a student with disability. Now, I've come here in this situation to be helped, but now I'm the self-sponsored student. Possible I want to ask you a question, if how can be the funding model of a student that's sponsored, being self-sponsored is done? But now I have a certificate in getting I'm a person with disability. So how will I be supported?
Sawa, thank you. We are going to the next one.
Good morning. I have a question concerning to the interfaculty transfer. Like for the placement of the COPs, there was like a challenge, like maybe people who wanted me because it's like competitive courses like medicine, you find someone meets the cluster weight of the school or the cutoff, but most people miss those courses, and we were told that let us go and join, then go and try to transfer within the school. Now my question is, if you are placed by COPs in a certain faculty, in that case, let me say like maybe you are you are placed in nursing. Then you go within the school, you change to medicine. If the school allows you to change to medicine, with this your help be adjusted to medicine, or the help that will come will still remain for the nursing one? Thank you.
So,
hata kuna dem hivi, tusikie hata sauti ya dem. Kwani madem hamna maswali? Ni mabez tu. Moja tu ama wawili basi. Ama madem mko sawa?
madem hamna maswali ya pesa?
Madem oye. Si hata unauliza tu jina basi.
Huyu anataka kusema jina.
Sawa.
Nelias.
Okay. To save time. So, nitaanza na question 1. Sawa.
Ati?
Good morning everyone. Mimi swali nauliza. Nauliza hivi. Kama nataka kubadilisha course, like nimekuwa kwa course yenye staki, alafu sasa nimeamua nibadilishe through COOPS. Kuna pesa COOPS inakata yenye kama ile yenye tulikuwa tuna apply, si kuna 1500 yenye ilikuwa inaenda kwa eCitizen. Sasa kama nataka kubadilisha, mtu alikuwa anasema eti sijui kuna 1k lazima kuwe nayo kwa M-Pesa, COOPS itakata. Then nikibadilisha pia nini sasa nitoke maybe kwa arts niende kwa education, kuna venye inaweza affect nini hiyo pesa ya COOPS, maybe ikuwe kidogo ama iongezwe sasa. Hivyo tu.
Ikuwe kidogo, si ndio?
Hebu madam
kuja.
Hebu explain, sijaelewa hapo kwa kidogo ama
maybe atumie English.
Kiswahili mambo bad.
Si mdomo chao.
Nimemsikia.
Nilikuwa nauliza sasa nitoke kwa arts niende kwa education. Si mmesema eti funding model ni different, kuna wenye wanapewa mingi, kuna wenye wanapewa kiasi. Sasa niseme kama kwa arts ilikuwa mingi,
Nishakuelewa.
Sasa nikirudi huko kwa education kama itaekwa ikue kiasi ama nitabaki tu hapo place nilishaekwa hivyo tu.
Sawa, hizi mbili ndo za mwisho, sawa?
Na tufungie hapo.
Hi everyone. My name is Masha. I'm from School of Education. My question goes to like this. Let's say, for example, you've applied for help. Then you have the SDs, that is the supporting documents, which is the death certificate. Here in death certificate, my dad's name is like I have a birth certificate and death certificate. My real dad, he died, but my mom got married to another man. So, meaning my birth certificate has another name, but the death certificate is still there, and my mom still owns the name of my dad. That is the same name for my dad. So the question goes to, like, when you say that when you have the supporting documents, that is the SDs, then you apply for this help, it will assist you. Will I be assisted when my dad's name, yes, my dad died, and I have the death certificate, but my birth certificate is showing another person's name. Will I be really assisted? Kindly, please, that is my question. Thank you.
Please.
Hello, everyone. Okay, Clarice, School of Business and Economics. My question is about fee structure. Yeah, after funding, will us get the fee structure? Since kuna watu wako sponsored, our sponsor wanaitisha the fee structure, others, our parents are employed in government, wakienda kuchukua pesa wanaitishwa fee structure.
Sawa. Ukijibu hizo tutakuwa tumemaliza.
So nitaanza na the first question yenye dogo alikuja akasema hapa hivi, anasikia karo ni yote, serikali itashughulikia yote, lakini kwa ground vitu zilikuwa tofauti. Ama namna gani? Jomba akashangaa, namna gani hii? Why inafanyika hivyo? Chenye president alisema iko kwa parliament, na parliament, kazi ya parliament ni moja, kukama up with laws, then sisi tuna implement. Kama bado haijamalizwa kwa parliament, status quo inaendelea. Status quo inamaanisha nini? Ile mfumo ilikuwa ndo inaendelea mpaka ile itakuwa imeiva jikoni ikasaviwa kwa meza. Yani itoke kwa parliament ikuje kwa ground, tuambiwe na ministry sasa this is the new thing ina work. Bado haija approviwa na parliament, iko njiani, but now mmejoin, na vile mmejoin itabidi tuendelee na ile mfumo ya awali tukingoja chenye parliament itasema. So kulipa hiyo household si issue. Na remember pia ilisemekana kuwa kuna wale watapewa loan 100% na wale watapewa loan si 100%. Student mwenyewe atasema level ya funding anataka apewe. Labda wewe hutataka 100% juu tayari ulishalipa 100% Kisii University. Ulilipa fee yako yote Kisii University in short. So hutahitaji hata hiyo loan. Kwa wale hawakulipa 100%, kuna percentage utambao ulipe. So ni hiyo. Next kuna ule wa death certificate. Ya parent ni tofauti na birth certificate name. Hapo umetia blunder juu system ita scan. Birth certificate jina ya mzazi ni tofauti na death certificate, tuta reject hiyo, tuta assume hiyo si mzazi wako juu sisi tunatumia evidence based category. So kama death certificate haifanani na birth certificate hatuwezi kusaidia. Mwingine ilikuwa kuhusu transfer. Ukifanya interfaculty transfer, the money follows the student. Ukitoka from a higher costing program to a low costing program, tutakupatia pesa based on the low costing program. Ukimove from low to high, tutakupatia based on the high program. So whenever you do transfer, worry less. Itaenda based on the amount, program cost, based on the program cost. You'll receive money based on your program cost. That's why we'll insist all transfers lazima zifanyike through COOPS. Next ni ni PWD and ni self-sponsored. How will I receive funding? Hata wale self-sponsored unaweza apply for loan, uta receive government loan. Enda kwa www.hef.co.ke, make your application hapo, utapewa loan as a self-sponsored student. Sasa hiyo msaada utapewa. Kitu hutapewa ni moja peke yake, hutapewa upkeep. Upkeep ni ile pocket money watu wanapewa. Hiyo nao mtu wangu itakuuma nje. But kama we ni government sponsored student, make sure you apply for both funding, scholarship and loan. Scholarship itaingia kwa account direct, loan itakuja in two formats. Tuition itaingia kwa account ya shule, alafu upkeep itakuja kwa mfuko wako. Kwa swali ya mwisho ni I want to do a transfer through COOPS. Is there a fee charge affect? Hiyo nimeshasema. Kuna ula fee structure. Fee structure tafadhali, hiyo ni internal issue. Finance watakushughulikia. Anything ya unaona ni mambo ya fee structure nini, finance, utaenda kwa finance, wakupange, wakupatie fee structure. Ndio ili sponsor wako ajue. Lazima ikuwa na logo ya university. Sisi hatupatiani. Sisi fee structure zetu ziko published kwa public. Kama sponsor nataka ataenda kwa website apate hapo. But other things za university zinahitajika nini, finance itakushughulikia. Ama registrar moja wao, na I suspect registrar ama finance. Last question was there's a fee charged akifanya transfer na COOPS, kitu kama hiyo, si ndio? Akasema will that affect the amount I receive? I think hiyo nimejibu. So ni hayo tu. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Nashukuru sana kwa muda wenu. More questions tuko huko kwa tent, tutawashughulikia. Vile vile pia nashukuru sana admin ya Kisii University, kazi mnafanya ni safi. Nyinyi nyote vile mko hapa, mko na potential ya kugrow. Msome tu kwa bidii. Kitu mleta hapa ni masomo. Make sure anything unafanya, number one achieve ni masomo. The rest inaweza kuja. Unaweza maliza degree yako na watoto wawili ni sawa. Make sure umemaliza degree. Unaweza maliza degree we ni baba ni sawa. Unaweza maliza degree uko na bibi ni sawa. But make sure ya kwanza ni umemaliza degree, na hapo ndo utasaidika. Tuko hapa nje, tutakumenta. Mimi ni mmoja wenu, nilikuwa mmoja wenu. Sasa hii naongea mbele yenu. So life inakuwa hivyo. Kisii University ni one of the best university. Kitu sikudanganya tu umetupwa kwa university mbaya. No. Uko sawa na maisha iko sawa hapa. Asanteni.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. You have been given very nice information, good tips to know how to navigate your financial resources and what you're supposed to pay and how to go about it and how to apply, because application also matters. With those many remarks and having addressed some of your concerns, can we give him a thunderous Karabanda, Señorita? Okay, let's warm our hands. Let's just warm. Okay, Karabanda, Señorita. Nyinyi mumeiva sana. Hata nilipokuwa natembea hapo, nyuso zenu zinang'ara, mnakaa vizuri, mnakaa innocent, mnakaa handsome, mnakaa beautiful. Isipokuwa a few hairstyles and here and there, and some of us are measuring just looking at our phones. Allow me say this one more time. Your phone is with you and there is no emergency. It is not a matter of life and death. But the information you're receiving here is privileged information. Kindly pay attention. Restrain yourself from just perusing through those phones. A time will come when you will require this information. We want to appreciate Emmanuel and his team. Not every university, he will tell you, very few universities have been privileged to have somebody from the head office coming to guide them. So you are blessed and you are privileged. At this point, I'd like to invite, you see, we are moving academics, and now our main work here is to create knowledge, to learn, and to disseminate this knowledge and also to impact the society. So now we are going to the division of research, extension, msikize vizuri. Research, extension, innovation, and resource mobilization. We have a powerful team from the Office of Research, Extension, Innovation, and Resource Mobilization. We have Madam Rose Ogata and Mr. Mongare, who are going to tell us what all this means, what is required of us. Don't think that you're very young to start researching or involving yourself in extension or innovation, and also writing proposals to mobilize resources. Please pay attention, and they will even highlight to you the extent to which the number of innovations our students have done and the amount of resources they have garnered for the university and for themselves. With those few introductory remarks, can we shower? Raindrops, thunder. Madam Rose, the floor is yours.
So the Office of the Dean of Students, the Student Council, my colleague from the Research Office, CHRP Douglas Mongare, the media team, and our freshmen and women. Good morning. Perhaps before I begin, allow me to introduce my colleague, Douglas. We are a number in the research office, but around 3 of them are on leave. So today I'm here with Douglas, but he'll talk in detail later.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Douglas Mongare, CHRP. I work in the research office in charge of partnerships, collaborations, linkages, and I'm also what we call STI champion. I'll say more about that after Madam speaks. Thank you.
So thank you so much. To begin with, my name is Rose Ogata. I'm the Deputy Registrar Administration in charge of research, extension, innovation, and resource mobilization at the university. You have been informed that they are core mandates of the university. Part of it is training and production of graduates, and that's the very core mandate why you are here. So that at the end of the day, you leave this as a professional. But other core mandates of the university include extension, that is giving back to the community. They also entail research, and then also we have innovation. So allow me to welcome you to Kisii University. As you begin this exciting chapter of your academic journey, we want to introduce you to the world of possibilities that extends far beyond the lecture hall. The Department of Research, Extension, Innovation, and Resource Mobilization is here to help you discover, create, and make a difference in the community. Did you know, for instance, that a first-year student can become an overall winner of an innovation competition? That is true. At Kisii University's inaugural Innovation Week, which we held this year between 7th and 10th of April 2026, one Douglas Mwebi, who was then a first year, emerged as the overall best innovator in the Innovation Week. So what does that tell you? That your journey starts today. It is not too early to start to conduct your research. It's not too early to innovate. It's not too early to publish an article, for you to present an article in a conference, in an innovation hackathon. You know, the journey starts now. Douglas Mwebi last year, September, was seated here like you are seated. And by April this year, he was able to present some of the most amazing innovations. So what I'm telling you is not a story. It is a reality, it's what has happened. And that's why we are here to motivate you and tell you that as you start your journey today, you are exploring a world of all opportunities. Some of you have been participating in science competitions at high school. And whether you are studying agriculture, business, education, health, sciences, ICT, law, there is a place for you in research and innovation. Your unique perspectives, fresh ideas, and energy are exactly what we need to solve the challenges facing our communities. Our research office has a core mandate entailing the several issues. Number one, we oversee formulation of various policies that guide the conduct of research and innovation activities at the university. For instance, we have a number of approved policies, including the research and extension policy. We have the partnerships and collaborations policy. We have the intellectual property rights policy. We have the master plan for the commercialization of innovations. And then we also have the research and academic recognitions policy. At the research office, we also oversee grant management and resource mobilizations. These resources are the ones that oversee the implementation of research activities and other development activities. So even as young as being a first year, you still have capacity to develop a proposal to attract grants for research, to attract even small grants for innovation and all that. So don't be left out. We are going to give you directions to our office, or I'm sure you will be taken through during your tour of campus. So feel free to walk in, and then we can start this journey of resource mobilization for research. And then we also conduct community outreach. My colleague Douglas will tell you more on how you can participate in some of those activities which we organize at the department. We also oversee intellectual property management and commercialization. When you get to our office, there is a unit that is headed by Madam Lynette Combo, called who is the Intellectual Property Management Coordinator. She'll help you figure out whether your idea is viable, whether it is novel, and then she'll guide you through the registration process so that your ideas are not stolen when you're going to present them in conferences or during hackathons. And then the other resources we have a dedicated partnerships section that is headed by Douglas Mongare, who is here with us today. And in a short while, he'll tell you how you can benefit from the collaborations and partnerships that we already have in place as you head towards your senior years of third year and fourth year, and you'll be looking out for attachment and internship opportunities. We have an extension unit which is also overseen by Ms. Lynette Combo, and Vindicated, you'll be told on how you can participate on outreach activities. The innovation corner, I have already told you that we have a dedicated unit that oversees the management of innovations. Very soon, we will also be establishing a space for innovators to go and sit and brainstorm and think through all their ideas. And once that is finalized, we shall be able to communicate to you. On research grants and scholarships, as I mentioned earlier, we also oversee grant management, and that section is headed by Mr. Geoffrey Mamani, who is not here with us today. So should you feel that you are motivated to develop a proposal for funding, feel free to walk into the office and ask for Geoffrey Mamani, and he'll take you through the process. We also usually conduct internal calls for grants. So as you work through with your mentors who are the faculty members, some of you may co-opt you to their research projects. So that's why you need to know all that happens with regards to grant management. My colleague Douglas will talk about scholarships, so I'll not derive more onto that. And then, as you begin this journey, you have a support system. You do not have to navigate this journey alone. We encourage you to work closely with mentors at your respective schools and department who will guide you in your research and innovation journey. These mentors are experienced researchers who can help you to develop research ideas, design various studies, especially from your project. Some of those projects can turn out to be excellent, innovative ideas. They can also help you in application of grants, which I've already mentioned. They can help you publish your findings, and will also facilitate at our office registration of your intellectual property. Additionally, the department has a dedicated innovation and management coordinator. I've already mentioned that. And for us to support your ideas, I'm just going to give you a brief step-by-step on what you need to do. I've mentioned that during your tour, you'll be told where our office sits in the Central Administration Block, first floor. So visit our office, introduce yourself, and learn about the current opportunities we have. Some of them could be upcoming events on capacity building around research, commercialization, innovation, development of entrepreneurs, and all that. And then connect with your departmental mentor. For you to develop an innovative idea that is around your area of specialization, you need to work with your faculty members who are your course instructors. And then attend research, extension, and innovation workshops, seminars. They could be virtual or physical, public lectures, conferences, and all that. It's only by attending these meetings that you'll be able to learn new things and even relearn what you already know, and create networks who will guide you through your research and innovation journey and even your stay at Kisii University. And then we'll be conducting an annual innovation week. So when we call out for registration of innovative ideas, do not shy. Don't feel like your idea is perhaps not too famous. It could be an idea that could change the world. So once you see that call, that will be around about March or February next year, participate, compete, and showcase your ideas. And that's how Douglas maybe started his journey. And today he's a very emerging innovator. Stay informed. By this I mean I believe you've already been given your intramels or the corporate emails. The communications on public lectures, webinars, seminars, conferences, capacity building workshops will be shared to those email. You are on social medias. The communication team will be sharing posters for various events. So look out as you are browsing your Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever. Make sure you're also looking out for announcements around research and innovation and extension activities so that you participate. And it's by participating in these activities that makes a difference between you and your colleague, even in a job interview. Assuming you have, both of you have first class, and then there's this other one, your colleague who has a registered innovation. This is somebody who will stand out in an interview, so don't be left out. And then get involved in community outreach. As I indicated, Douglas will tell you more on how the various community outreach activities we conduct, and he'll mention on how you can participate. So, research is not just for professors and postgraduate students. It is for everyone who has a question, a curiosity, a desire to make the world better. Whether you want to create an AI solution, improve agricultural practices, develop new healthcare procedures, or solve community challenges, Kisii University is your launch pad. Remember, Douglas maybe was a first-year student when he became the overall winner of the inaugural Innovation Week of Kisii University. Your journey can also start today. We welcome you to Kisii University, and I'm going to leave you with one saying that make sure that you realize the reason why you are here before the season ends. Your season can be 4 years or 6 years if you are a medical student, or 2 years if you are a master student, or 3 years if you are a PhD student. So know the reason why you are here, know the reason why you have joined Kisii University before the season is over. Karibu Kisii University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam. I want to give more or shed more light on what Madam has just spoken, but of course, in no particular order. But before that, allow me to join my colleagues and other speakers who have been here before to congratulate you for the opportunity to join Kisii University to take the next level of your career. Congratulations, and I want to tell you that your choice to join Kisii University is not in vain. This is the best choice that you've made in your life, and I want to believe that through this orientation exercise, the university is going to give you the best campus experience. As earlier stated, my name is Douglas Mongare. I'm an assistant registrar in the research office in charge of partnerships, collaborations, linkages, and I'm also an STI champion. STI champion means Science, Technology, and Innovation Champion. We are a team of 5 who spearhead the innovation journey of the university. So, karibu, and as Madam has rightly put it, that one of the things that I want to believe the 9,000 of you who have joined Kisii University today are envisioning at least a percentage of you, maybe 50, 60, 70, or 100% of you are envisioning to be somewhere after 4th year. And for you to be somewhere, I know there's those who want to be like the professors and the doctors who have spoken to you here before. There are those of you who want to be the best. There are those of you who want to join the university. There are those of you who want to fit in our very successful schools. And as Madam has mentioned, one of the things that the Kisii University through the research office will offer you are opportunities for scholarships, fellowships, funding for research and innovation. And so far in our database or our partners, we have scholarship opportunities from the National Research Fund. Once you have a nice project for 4th year, and those of you who will be joining us for masters, the National Research Fund provides opportunities for funding for research. There are opportunities for scholarships from the African Development Bank for postgraduate scholarships. There's what called DAD. DAD is a German scholarship for masters and PhD in the fisheries, area of fisheries. And I know there's those of you who have been admitted to the Bachelor of Science in Aquatic Sciences. You'll benefit from that. We have scholarship from the World Bank. We have scholarship from what we call AstraZeneca, for those of you who are in public health and medicine, and UCIDA for post-harvest scholarship. I want to believe that a good number of us who work in Kisii University benefited in one way or another from a scholarship. Personally, I was a beneficiary of a scholarship for my master's, and I got to know about this information during my orientation as a new student or as a fresher at the University of Nairobi. I took it up and it helped me to move my studies to the next level. Over the course of your stay here, the research office usually organizes what we call dissemination of knowledge. We do this in terms of conferences, seminars, and exhibitions. You'll be seeing so many conferences. Those of you who happened to pass by here last week, we had a Kiswahili conference called the Chakama Conference. It was a conference for the East African region. It was hosted here in Kisii University. Our staff and students were given an opportunity to present papers, publications, research projects, and of course, showcase what they have done in the area of research. At the same time, every time across the year, we conduct what we call public lectures. These are opportunities for senior men and women in various professions to come and give discussions or speak to students and staff and even the general public on a given topic. Over the years, like in the School of Education, we have invited popular magistrates and lawyers in the country. In the health sciences, we have even had international guests to come and speak to students. Please, when you see flyers coming around and posters, these public lectures are free of charge. They are there to disseminate information and knowledge. They are there for you to learn more. So anytime you see a poster coming up, please enlist and join that team. For instance, those of you in the School of Education, are you here? By show of hands, School of Education? Bachelor of Education Arts, Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education Special Needs, mko wapi? In September, the month of September, Professor Bernard Nyatuka will be presenting a public lecture. So when you see the poster, please come, join him, be part of the audience, and it will enable you to be or have a nice learning experience. Madam has talked about resource mobilization, and she's noted that the university, by large, cannot operate in oblivion. The university must operate with partners. So the university has entered into various partnerships in form of MOUs to help us steer our mission and vision, and of course our academic and research agenda. So Kisii University has established various partnerships with various institutions and organizations, both locally and internationally. And sometimes these organizations and institutions support students' activities. For example, you may have a mentorship. I know in the next few days you guys are going to fall into your county associations, and sometimes you may want to have a partner coming on board to support you in various activities. So the university has enlisted various local partners. For example, locally, the university is in partnership with what we call an organization called Kenya National Innovation Agency that is currently supporting the university in matters innovation, and our students have benefited from that. Maybe Madam did not mention, apart from Douglas Mwebi, one of our other student innovator called Davis Ogega is a beneficiary of this program by the Kenya National Innovation Agency, and it's supporting his innovation journey. We have the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. For those of us who are in the School of Agriculture and are undertaking aquatic sciences, the ChemFree is advancing blue economy and sustainable resource management, and we're already in an MOU with them and having activities. Indeed, some of you are going to do their industrial attachment at ChemFree, for those of us from the School of Agriculture. Then we have the Kenya Forest Research Institute, which deals with environmental conservation and forestry research. They have been supportive to the university in matters to climate action and change. And we have Kenya Medical Research Institute. Those of us from the School of Health Sciences, Public Health, School of Medicine, Medical Lab Science, ChemRI is in collaboration with the university. They provide opportunities for you for internship, opportunities for field visits when that time comes. On matters innovation, we have an innovation hub here in Kisii called Fire Labs Innovation Hub. Last year and this year, the university is partnered with Fire Labs to host what we call the Kisii Innovation Week. This is an opportunity for those of you who have innovations. It is free of charge to join when that time comes, and you'll be informed and a poster will circulate about the same. Please be part of the journey. We have Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital. That is our what we call level 6 hospital here. For those of us who are in the School of Health Sciences, remember, Kisii University could not be in a position to train doctors for Bachelor of Medicine were it not that we were in a collaboration or a partnership with their hospital. But at the same time, the Kisii County government has enabled us to use its level 4 hospitals for internships and attachments for all the various students who are coming from the various programs in the School of Health Sciences. Then of course the Kisii prisons, we are in a partnership with them for matters extension and rehabilitation. Kisii National Polytechnic, as you know, the Polytechnic is not too small or too low for us to engage with. They have some of the best laboratories around, some of the best equipments around, and we've been engaging them on matters innovation and skills development. We have a collaboration with the Strathmore University on matters academic collaboration. Kenya Commercial Bank, one of our key partners, and they have supported the financial inclusion and enterprise development. In the course of last year, KCB, through the Office of Research, was able to get into consultancies or offer resources for consultants to the university to train young entrepreneurs in Kisii. Then of course, on international partnership, one of our key partners internationally for those of us from the university, from the School of Health Sciences, is the University of Manchester. I'm sure if you're able to follow our pages online, which our able media team has been circulating. 3 weeks ago, a team of 23 students from the School of Health Sciences, 60 medicine students, were in the UK at the University of Manchester for a 3-week exchange program. So the same thing will happen. The University of Manchester students will be coming. Again, I must mention that we are currently now negotiating the University of Manchester to start what we call International Students Volunteer Program. Once that collaboration is put pen to paper, we are going to do a call for all students who want to explore and have opportunities to become international volunteers, where you're able to visit various countries in the world through that partnership, where various students from the University of Manchester are also able to come to Kisii University and be part of community projects. When that call comes, interviews will be conducted for those who have interest so that you can join the program. We also have the University of Minnesota. We have what we call the Thomas More University. For those of you in the School of Health Sciences and SAS, that is Arts and Social Sciences. We have the University of Zambia, University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, University of Gonda, Ethiopia, University of Bameda, Cameroon, and Sustainable Travel and Tourism Africa. For those of you undertaking courses in tours and travel hospitality, this is one of the key partners for the School of Business, and it has conducted for us 2 trainings for our staff here and at Rongo University and our students, and we are into partnership and engagement for furtherance of that kind of collaboration. The list is long. I may not exhaust it, but currently we have around 30 active partnerships that are steering our academic journey. These partnerships mean a lot to us. Anytime there's a program, an exchange program, and you are able to join, it is free, you don't pay, please join us. On matters community outreach, as my boss mentioned, Kisii University believes that research should serve the community, and the university should also serve the community where it is situated or located. Through these extension and outreach programs, we have the following, and I want to encourage each one of you to participate. We have extension programs through the healthcare access, where the university organizes free medical camps providing essential care to communities. Last year we had 2 medical camps for Kisii County and Nyamira County, and the students from the health sciences and those from the pure and applied sciences and SARS also joined as volunteers, where we did screening and treatment of various ailments with the support of our staff from the School of Health Sciences who are medical practitioners. And then, of course, the university, through our linkages with what we call the Books for Africa from the University of Minnesota in the USA, has been able to donate books to primary and secondary schools across the country to promote literacy. I know some of you may be coming from backgrounds where you know there's a school that is in dire need of such kind of books. Always reach out to our office, and then you'll be guided. If the books are available, the university will be willing to support. Again, we have a graduate empowerment, whereby our extension programs are focused on specialized training to farmers on beekeeping, dairy farming, fish farming, goat farming, and financial management. Of course, I mentioned about entrepreneurship skills, where we conducted MSME training for our students, a kind of what you call the Nyota Fund. But now this one was conducted here for our students, those who are in business and those youth and young men and women out here who are in businesses. And then on matters of environmental conservation, remember there's a national tree planting agenda from the government, where the university has been given a target of over 30,000 trees to be planted every year. And on this note, I want to thank the various students associations which have been part of this journey. And I encourage you as new students that anytime there is a call for you to participate in tree planting, please join us. Allow me to appreciate the Scouts team who over the years have supported the tree growing agenda of the university, the various students clubs and societies, the environmental club who have been part of this journey, where the university was able to plant over 16,000 seedlings last year. And of course, in this planting, we also partner with some of these organizations like UNESCO, National Research Fund, NACOSTI, AR Hospital, and so many other partners. Then, as you heard rightly, Madam put it, that innovation, your innovation journey starts today. I know a good number of you participated in school science clubs. You were members of school science clubs. You had innovations that were very good for the science congress or science participations and competitions. In the university, we'll help you to leverage on those innovations. So on that note, next year, God willing, in the month of April, Kisii University will have its 2nd annual Innovation Week, where we'll have various institutions, students, researchers, industry leaders, government officials, development partners coming here to showcase their innovations. It is going to be full of exhibitions, keynote speeches and lectures, pitching competitions, hackathons, prestigious award ceremonies. So that time when it comes, if you have a good innovation that you know is going to solve problems in the society, you're welcome to showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, karibu Kisii University. where you meet anyone else from the research office, ask a question, and we'll be able to guide you. Mine is to pray that you take good care of yourselves. 4 years down the line, around the month of December, at your 4th year, we'll be here at this pavilion to celebrate your success. Mungu awabariki na karibu Kisii University. Thank you.
Aha, the research office is loaded. You heard from the title. There was a question. Is there any question? Okay, we can, if there is, we can do it in a paper, or you can, I cannot see any hand. If there was a question, kindly somebody would have just rushed here, grab this mic or the roving mic so that we address it before they leave. You, from the title of that office, it is a loaded office, and it is true. You realize we are doing a lot. We are telling you all this so that you can also pick one thing and run with it, and for sure, if you focus on it, you will succeed, or you will cut an edge above the rest. So be that one who wants to be above the rest. Thank you so much, Madam Ross and Douglas, for that wonderful presentation from your office. We are moving to ICT. You know, we are digital and many of our things are online. And I know you did even your registration online. I want them to come and tell us what they do and how they are going to assist us in many of our operations here, and why all of us need to have a smartphone, because this is where we do all our communication. All our communications are online on the various platforms. So we do not have a notice board where we are going to do our announcements. Take note of that. I want to invite the team from the ICT manager, or the team from ICT kindly. Oh, I hadn't even seen you. Madam Mariam, karibu sana. Talk to your people and tell them where we are globally. Can we appreciate the, I'm sorry, Mongare angeninyonga. Madam Ross would not have an issue, but Mongare angeninyonga. Now kindly, we need to appreciate them in a big way. Which one? Which one? 3 tire? Kidole. Pana tuanze basi. Kidole. Mkono. Mguu. Orientation coaches mpo. Orientation coaches, oye. Orientation coaches, tibim. Orientation coaches, tibim. Hata nyinyi mumefifia sana. Now, let's give them a good clap. Mkono. Kido. Mkono. Mguu. Kidole. Thank you so much. God bless you. Marianne, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good morning. I hope you're all well. Before I could say much, I want to introduce my team. We are a total of 10, but those that are here with us are 4. So they'll each tell you their name and the role that they undertake. We'll start with Moffat and Roblin, then get to Sure, and finish with William. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. Morning. My name is Moffat. I'm in charge of maintenance in ICT department.
Okay, good morning. My name is Roblin Yegon. I am an ICT officer, specifically a software developer. Welcome to Kisii University.
Good morning. My name is Sure Peter from ICT department. I'm in charge of security. Welcome to Kisii University.
Good morning, everyone. My name is William Magonga. I oversee information systems. Welcome to Kisii University.
Thank you. would want William to say a little more, because the area he handles is mostly where you will interact. So I want to invite him to walk you through the student portal, then I'll handle the other areas. Thank you.
Thank you. And now let me start with, there will be two major platforms that you people will engage in. So far, Huduma Bora platform, I'm sure that is where you did your online admission, so you are very well conversant with that one. Remember that. Okay. I was talking about the Huduma Bora platform. So you have already engaged with that platform. That's where you did your online admissions, and actually you made your payments through Huduma Bora platform. That where you raise an invoice, then you continue making a payment to eCitizen. On payments, I want to retaliate it again. I'm sure you've been told that in Kisii University, there is no payment you will make in cash. All payments are made through eCitizen, and they're actually electronic. So nobody should tell you that you are making a payment in cash. Proceeding to the student portal, that is where you report for session. And I'd like to enforce the session reporting part. Remember, reporting for session, you are simply saying that, I'll be here this semester in the system. Much as you are here physically, the system doesn't know that you are here. So you must report for session and be aware of the deadlines. The Registrar Academic Affairs Office will always issue a memo to tell you when it is time to report for session, register units, generate your exam card when it's time to take examinations. And all that is done in the students portal. Now, if you run into any challenges, please make sure you report that before the deadline. So most students will come and say the system ilikuwa inanisumbua, so siku manage to report session, and that is after the deadline. Please come before the deadline and report any issues you are having. And as far as the reporting issues is concerned, you don't have to physically show up. On Huduma Bora platform, there is a place where it says get help or get support. You can raise a ticket. The support team will actually help you online. You don't have to physically come. So please, if you forget everything else about the student portal, don't forget about session reporting, registration for units, and generation of the exam card. And please adhere to the deadlines that are actually passed along by the Registrar Academic Affairs Office. Thank you.
Thank you, William, for that elaborate brief. So the ICT department handles a number of areas. I think Moffat has mentioned it does maintenance or handles maintenance of the hardware devices. We also have networking that facilitates both cable and wireless network. We have the university website. That is where all communication is relayed together with other social media handles. So we do the website infrastructure, we receive content from the various departments, and we upload it for your consumption. The corporate communications office is the one that handles our social media platforms. So they also relay communication through it. We also use bulk SMS for communication. I believe at least each one of you has received an SMS from Kisii Uni. Why I'm emphasizing on communication is so that you're not defrauded, you're not conned. If you've not received communication via email, via a memo with a letterhead, through your email platform, or through the WhatsApp channel, or the bulk SMS, consider that as gutter press. The only authentic communication you should consume is your university email, bulk SMS, university website, and our various social media handles. Then, so maybe you're wondering how exactly to access your email addresses. I want you to take your devices. For those with smartphones, go to Google Accounts, add Google account. Your email address is as indicated on your admission letter. Each one of you has a soft copy of your admission letter. The email address is there. Input it in full. Your password is the index number in full. Include the /2025. So those will be your credentials for accessing the university email. That is one thing you should not forget. It's also the one thing you should guard jealously, because your university email enables you to access a number of platforms. The library services, e-learning services, ICT services, all the platforms on the university, you're authenticated using your university email. So make sure you've activated it. Make sure you have changed your password so that you don't claim that it was a different person who used your account. Another thing I want to emphasize is on what is available on Huduma. Together with what William has mentioned, that which you've interacted with, the online admission and fee payment, there are other services you'll be interacting with. That is the student cafeteria, for example. We have a digital menu. So when you go there, don't go to the counter asking what's on offer on that day. Just go to your Huduma Bora platform, click on student cafeteria. It will show you what items are available for that particular meal. Click on those items, you'll be invoiced, then you can pay. An interesting functionality there that would be of help is that we may not all have the discipline of handling our resources or our money. So we've introduced a wallet. Within the student cafeteria, there's what we are calling a wallet. So you can pay a certain amount of money, let's say 500, 1,000. Anytime you purchase or pay for a meal, it deducts from that wallet. So I think that would be prudent so that you don't go hungry when times get difficult during the semester. Another service that you'll be accessing on Huduma is interfaculty transfer, if there will be room to move from one school to another. Deferment. In the event you're not able to proceed with studies in a given semester, you can also access deferment on Huduma. I believe the earlier speakers may have talked about your student IDs and student profile on Huduma. This time round, it will be done differently. That you will upload your photo, then your student ID will be generated. Please don't upload a selfie. Upload a proper photo, the dimensions will be defined, then that will make the service faster as opposed to queuing you to take photos for the student ID. The other services you'll interact with as time continues, there's departmental exit clearance, clearance for gowns, certificates, and all that. Then William has also mentioned on support. We are by all means discouraging physical queuing. So brace yourself with the use of the e-ticketing system, that is the help desk, and will serve you better and faster. I want to emphasize that we do not ignore your feedback. We carried out a survey at the end of the self-admission process. We asked of you to each give us your feedback on how the experience was. One, to make the service better for those that will come after you, and also to improve for whatever other aspects you will be interacting with. One thing that stood out is that on the aspect of document upload or general interaction, it was felt we did not provide sufficient instructions or guidance. So I want to give you the assurance that for the subsequent processes that you'll be interacting with, hopefully by end of this week or latest next week, we'll be providing a chatbot that you can interact with, raise your queries, and get guidance on how exactly to proceed with those services. The aspect of data protection, Kisii University is a registered data processor and controller. That's why on the first page of Huduma, you are asked to read through our privacy policy. We also sought your consent so that any photos taken of you, we have your consent to utilize them. That is part of data protection. Now, there's something I've observed in the last 1 or so weeks. There are so many upcoming content creators. It's a good thing, but it may also not be the very best for you if you're shooting those videos and including people whose consent you do not have. So as you develop your content, watch your environment, make sure whoever is included in your video or reel is only you and whoever else whose consent you have. We're in the era of artificial intelligence. I'm sure even now as I stood up, someone must have gone to ChatGPT, search ICT manager talk to first years so that you see whether my talking points are from AI or they are personally generated. It's good. AI is good. It's here with us. We are not discouraging its use, but we are emphasizing responsible use of AI. So for your classroom use, listen to the lecturers, get content from them. If you're brainstorming on ideas, search through AI, get all the ideas. But use of AI does not mean you take your brain, put it aside, and now engage AI. Sometimes it does what we call hallucinations. Because of the content it has interacted with, it builds certain concepts. So if, for example, you're talking about first year orientation, it has walked through other orientations before, it understands what an orientation looks like, so it can hallucinate. You can ask it about a concept, it gives you a general view that may not really be authoritative in that field. So it's good to use AI, but use it responsibly, establish the facts of what exactly you have gathered. So I want to finish by saying we appreciate your feedback. We will improve. We will for sure guide you. I didn't see you taking your phones to activate your email addresses. Please, I want to emphasize, we will not handle any case coming to the office to have email activation done. I've given you the procedure. Take your time. The email address is on your admission letter. Activate it. If you have a smart device, add it, because that is where we will share all the other instructions. When we create your portal account, we will send the details there. When session reporting is activated, the registrar's memo will be sent to that email. When e-learning creates for you an e-learning account, they will send it to your official email address. So please interact with it, activate it, and make sure that you keep abreast with what is going on. Otherwise, congratulations once again for earning a place in Kisii University, and we wish you a good stay. Thank you.
Hello? 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 Do you require a repeat of the activation of your email? Do you require a repeat? Please.
Okay, thank you. So take your devices, go to Gmail or Google accounts. Click on Gmail, go to settings. Wako chap din. Go to Gmail, settings, add Google account. Gmail, settings, add Google account. Copy your email address in full. Whatever ed11 blah blah 26 at kisiiuniversity.ac.ke, copy it in full, add it as the email address name. Then your index number in full, including the year of KCSE. So if it's 126.398/2024, That is your password. So the email address is as appears on your admission letter. The password is your index number in full, including the year of KCSE. If you have any difficulties, please raise a ticket, go to Huduma, click help or get help, then raise your ticket. Give us your registration number, describe your issue, we will assist you before the day ends. So I hope anyone who still has a challenge, maybe you could raise your hand so I repeat the process. Gmail, settings, add Google account, put your email address as appears in the admission letter. Your index number in full is the password. I've seen a hand. I don't know whether the mic could get to them so that. Any other?
Check. Any other? Mesaidika? Bado? Mmekwama wapi? Wapi? Wi-Fi. Nunua data. Help imeingia.
So you can note the process. Of course, mko wengi. The device that is here may not handle all your traffic. So you can keep trying as the day goes by. In case you have difficulties, then you can raise a ticket. Thank you.
Wow. Now, I think we are getting home. We are almost getting there. And that is very, very important information. That is why I've been telling you, we have to be attentive. Marianne and your team, we are so glad and we are so happy that you've taken us through those features that are there online that are going to assist us in our day-to-day operations so that we are kept in tune, we are not left behind. We will give them a hard and soft copy kind of a club. Are we together? Hard copy, tunaenda hivi. Unasikia? Tunagonganisha mikono. Si wao ni wako soft. Wako yani kwa air. Hatuwaoni lakini tunaona services. Sindio? Sindio? So we give them a hard copy and a soft copy. A hard copy, you clap your hands twice. A soft copy, you do like this, just like this. You don't clap your hands because it is soft. Okay, let's warm our hands. Let's warm our hands. Amri ni kubwa kuliko mwenye anaitoa. Just jaribu tu kuobey. Okay, hard copy, soft copy. Kuna wengine wamelete kasheshe hapo. Hard copy, soft copy. Bado mpaka hapa nyuma. Okay, wako na shida. I recognize the presence of our student leaders. Feel free. Mnaona mko na ndugu na dada wengi hapa leo. Ni wengi kiasi. We thank you so much, team from ICT. We know that we employ an integrated program in our teaching and learning. So we want to also know how we are going to do our online learning. We want to welcome the team from e-learning led by the director. I have not seen the director, but there must be a representative. So kindly feel free, come and tell us how we are going to use our hotspots around so that we get to learn online. Team from e-learning, kindly be upstanding. Let's appreciate them as they come. Piga makofi mpaka wafike hapa. Na unajua hiyo kupiga makofi pia inatusaidia kiasi tusichoke sana. Ama tusimame kidogo. Tumeuona mkono wake Bwana kidogo. Fundi wa mitambo, are we there? Tumeketi sana and it's not healthy. Tusimame, tu stretch, tupige makofi. Tumeuona mkono wake Bwana. Iko mepotea. Tuendelee kusimama. Just, it is for your own good. It is not a punishment. Stretch, refresh. Stretch. Imekosa? Ni kama inachukua muda. We can bend to the front, lean forward, lean backward, to the left, to the right, stand up, sit down, lean forward, lean backward, to the left. Simufanye, simunasikia?
Tumeona mkono wake Bwana.
Haya, tufanye hivi. Weka mikono zote mbili juu. Weka zote mbili juu. Haya, twende left. Right. Left. Haya, tunaweka mbele nyuma. Sawa, twende. Twende. Mbele nyuma. Mbele nyuma. Mbele. Twende. Haya, twende left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Haya, nataka tunaweka hivi. Step moja mbele, nyuma. Mbele, nyuma. Mbele. Twende sote. Twende sote. Haya, step moja alafu unazunguka round. Sawa? 3, 2, 1, twende. Haya, zunguka. Tena. Moja. Alafu haya, zunguka. Twende. Haya, asante DJ.
Wow. Tujipigie makofi tafadhali. I wish you were here. You are looking so colorful. It is so beautiful. You are a great team. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Madam Dean, Dr. Gladys, for the opportunity that you've given us to grace this occasion. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. No, I can't hear you. Good morning, everyone. I can't hear you. Good morning, everyone. Bado. Mara moja. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. That's now better. So before you is a team from the Directorate of E-Learning. Fortunately, I can't say unfortunately, our director is not present. Dr. Ronald Tombe is out on official duty. And being that we are we are electronic, so he is present here electronically. Tumeelewana? So we are standing in for him. When you will be interacting with the directorate, the staff, the technical team, you'll get to know him. So before you is a team, and before I get to introduce them so that they can speak to you, the various dockets that they had. The colleagues who have spoken before us have mentioned areas of interest that matter to you as students, more especially as it pertains to access of the university services and learning using technology. So the Directorate of E-Learning was established to ease access of education using technology, such that we incorporate digital devices, access of the internet, which will help us to be able to access learning just like attending physical classes in the physical classrooms. And this was accelerated by the advent of COVID-19. I believe all of us are aware of what happened in the year 2020 when we had almost a total shutdown of all services worldwide, from health to education. And as of that time, technology became a sole service that can help access, a sole means of accessing the various services. And through that, as a university, we are proud to mention that we were able to continue giving services to our students, much as our schools closed, our universities closed. As Kisii University, we were able to continue giving learning to our learners and even graduating our students. That's good for us. So you should be proud of yourself that where you are, we don't have limits. There is nothing that can limit Kisii University from giving you what you came for. So before I make the remarks, let me introduce my colleagues. At the Directorate of E-Learning, we have 3 core sections which we will interact closely with. The first section is systems administration. The second section is learner support, which is headed by Engineer Hilary Simba. The third section is instructional design, where you learn how to access your course materials, your notes, how to access your online exams and online cards, which is headed by our able engineer Dominic Mokaya. So you will be served by able members, trained, well-trained, professional, and I want to welcome each and every one of them to give remarks on the various sections that they had. Then I will crown. So Engineer Hilary Simba, welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Simba Hilary. Simba Hilary, I'm in charge of learner support. I'll be your support system as in regard to your learning processes. So we hope that in the next 4 years, we are going to have a seamless way of electronically learning. It is a way that has come. We have to embrace it. And I want to believe that each and every person that is seated there at least has some knowledge about how to use an electronic device. Personally, I am an alumni of this university. A few years ago, I was seated just like you. I finished my degree, then I got a job here. And all we are trying to say is Kisii University gives opportunities for people. So ensure that as you are going to spend your next 4 years, you focus on your education, study well, and ensure that you graduate with the highest level of results. Otherwise, I want to wish you well. I want to welcome you to Kisii University, and I hope that every single thing and every dream that you have will be fulfilled by the degree that you chose. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mokaya Dominic. I'm in charge of instructional design. And as you're seated, I'm sure you're wondering, what is this we are referring to instructional design? When my colleague was introducing, he said that we are from the Directorate of E-Learning. And when we are talking about e-learning, we are looking at on how we use digital technologies to offer learning. And therefore, you may realize that we have very many, and maybe the rooms that we have may not be able to accommodate all of you physically. But now with the advent and the existence of technology, we can be able to leverage on that technology so that we can be able to learn from anywhere at any time. And that's what we refer to e-learning. Now, when we are talking about instructional design, what we mean, we have a lecturer with various expertise in different areas with knowledge. And therefore, we will use technology to deliver this knowledge to you. So that entire process of having content and using technology to deliver that content is what we refer to as instructional design. So before you depart from this place, I would require that since majority of us, if not almost all of us, have smartphones, the e-learning platform is an online platform. And therefore, what's required from you is a smart device, maybe a smartphone, laptop, or an internet-enabled desktop. So with those devices, if you go online and search for Kisii University e-learning portal, Kisii University e-learning portal, you can be able to access that platform. But for you to access, you require login credentials. And when ICT was presenting, I remember they told you that all the credentials for the student portal and for the e-learning portal, we will share them through your email addresses. So we request that as you start your journey in Kisii University, we don't expect that you be digital passengers, because you can have a smart device. But if you don't have the skills on how to use it, then you may not benefit much to be a digital learner. And then again, if you've been so keen about the vision of the university, there are two key words that come out very clearly on that vision. And one word is borderlessness. And another word is inclusivity. We realize that we all come from various backgrounds, but now how do we become borderless? That's where technology comes in. And that's why there is e-learning. So as you begin your studies, maybe from next week or the coming week, there are some courses which will be purely online. Like, for example, there are common courses like Introduction to Computer Applications. That course is purely online. So if it's purely online, then it means e-learning is not an optional. It's mandatory. And there are other courses which are partly online and partly physical. Those courses, we refer to them as blended courses. So we welcome you to Kisii University. But as you go, try to search for Kisii University e-learning portal. We'll provide the credentials for logging into that platform online on your email addresses. And from next week after orientation, we plan to conduct trainings and orientation online through Zoom. So don't be worried. We will train you on how to use the platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my colleagues, for that, those brief remarks. So as you've heard from my colleagues, what they have mentioned, one point is emphasized, that what the ICT manager communicated about your personal email addresses, your university email addresses, ensure that you add those accounts to your devices. Because without you having those accounts in your devices, then communication will be a little bit messy. And just like Waebo ICTM mentioned, we want to reduce as much as possible the queues that we make to access technical services. So without further delay, allow me make a few remarks, then we can crown from the Directorate of E-Learning. So, number one, there are things that we should note, that during your journey as a student, be it your 4-year journey, be it your 5-year journey, be it your 6-year journey, depending on the program that you've been admitted to, There are things that you should remember that at e-learning, there are two core systems that you will interact with. There are two core systems that you will interact with. Number one is the learning management system. The learning management system, abbreviated as LMS, is the one that you'll use to access your course materials, to access online classes, and even to enroll yourself for those courses prior to doing your online cards or online exams. Then that leads me to the second system, which is the online examination system. At Kisii University, we are a digital university, that for courses that have porous students, for example, Comp 101, which almost all of us will do, that course will be done online. And if the examination is done online, then it requires that the exam be proctored. So it leaves us with two core systems I've said. One is the learning management system. Two is the online examination system. Now, the learning management system, you will interact with it from day one of reporting. You should have started interacting with it, but apparently the interaction, I believe, will start next week. So you'll interact with that system up to close to the end of the semester when cards are being administered. And when we approach the end of the semester, now that's when you'll access the online examination system. I believe I'm loud and clear enough. Now, in the learning management system, there are other integrated systems which will help you interact with your lecturers in a virtual manner. In a virtual manner, what do I mean? You are in your room, the lecturer is in his home, but you can see the lecturer from your device and you can hear him teach you. So the learning management system is integrated with other subsystems. One being the Zoom system, which will enable you attend online classes but in a live manner, in such a way that I've mentioned you will be attending your classes either from your homes, from your hostels, and the lecturer will not be necessarily in the classroom, but he will teach from his or her point of convenience, and you as students, you'll be able to get what the lecturer is teaching. The other system is called the Big Blue Button. I'll just mention three. The Big Blue Button, and the other one is Google Meet. So those are the video conferencing systems that are integrated with our LMS, which will help you interact or have a close interaction with your lecturers. Now, as you begin your digital learning journey, ensure that you make technology work for your education, and also ensure to keep in mind that the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. I'll talk about the use of AI. My predecessors, the ICTM and my colleagues have mentioned that I've mentioned about the use of artificial intelligence. We are in the wake of use of AI. I know almost all of us have interacted with the most common ChatGPT. Is a large language modeling system. So, as we encourage our students also to use AI, we encourage them to be responsible. Responsible use of AI. My predecessors have mentioned that sometimes these artificial intelligence systems can hallucinate. So ensure that the information you get from AI systems is verifiable. Don't just copy and paste. Ensure that it is information you can verify. It is something that you have knowledge about. The other point I want to emphasize on is our devices. We offer a very flexible learning environment. You will not be required to purchase any extra device. You'll use your smartphone to access our online learning systems. However, you should take note of this, that technology is a useful servant but a very dangerous master. What do I mean? Ensure that as you use your devices, you don't become the servants to those devices in such a way that those devices become your masters. Make the devices that you have your servants so that they can help you access education. Let them not be distractors. Another most important thing as I wind up, I want to emphasize on is privacy. Privacy of your accounts, the e-learning accounts, the Huduma Bora, ICTM, allow me mention about that. Ensure that you ensure privacy of your credentials. Do not share your credentials anyhow to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend. Why am I saying this? We've had instances before. A gentleman or a lady shares her credentials to a boyfriend. You know, these things are not meant to work. 2-3 days, they break up. Then the boyfriend decides to defer the girlfriend. So you come crying and saying, I didn't defer myself. Who deferred you? You gave your credentials to someone, and this person was able to access your data. They were able to make very critical changes to your accounts. So ensure that you guard your passwords, your username, your email access codes, as you can guard your very personal PIN to your M-Pesa. Lastly, but not least, I want you to remember that privacy is not something that you are merely entitled to, but it's an absolute prerequisite. I want to crown these remarks by saying that you need to practice digital etiquette. And that is emphasized by what I've said about ensuring privacy to your personal accounts. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mogoi and your team, for allowing us to once again climb higher by knowing what is required of us as we go to learn digitally. And digital etiquette is extremely important. Technology is a good servant, but a very dangerous master. I picked those. I don't know what you picked. You need to have picked more because you require this information at your fingertips. Let's respect each other's privacy and let's uphold integrity. I remember there was an officer here who talked to us about integrity. It cuts across all spheres of our lives. So, I don't know. We are going to do Karabanda Señorita as we appreciate the team from e-learning, and I pray that we are not going to pretend to be learning online and yet we have not logged in. That content is very, very important to allow you get the information so that when time comes to do our exams, we do not need to think of doing the otherwise. Karabanda, Karabanda Señorita. Karabanda. Hapa tumelala kiasi. Karabanda. Señorita. Karabanda. Señorita. Mumehitimu. Na sasa wacha niwaambie hapa wasi kama mama yenu. I am proud of you, and I know that as we are coming here in the afternoon to be addressed by the CEO, by our Vice Chancellor, Kisii University, we are not going to shame ourselves, because we have sat here from yesterday, we have interacted, we have walked this journey, and we are proceeding. And I want to tell you that because of the great and important session that we have this afternoon, and our good God has been so gracious, it is shining, but you never know, things can change. Once we break for our lunch, we are going to release you much earlier today, so that we can come for the afternoon, because the members of management have got what we call a Senate. Na hii Senate ndio ina approve marks yenu huko mwisho huko mbele, ndio ina approve. So they had an emergency meeting, and that is why we are not going to have the Deputy Vice Chancellor addressing us and receiving our deans today. But because they are coming to be with us in the afternoon, and for us to catch up, I humbly urge each and every one of us to exercise that level of self-discipline of the highest degree in the hierarchy of discipline, such that we are able to take that short time. By 1:30 we should be fully seated. We are going to see good things. We are going to even have a soda. We are going to enjoy. Sio mimi nimekuwa nikiwakaisha hapa kavu. Hapana. It is something with a difference. You are going to see big things. It will be prudent for you to sit in front. So the early bird catches the worm. Although somebody tells me there are some worms that wake up in the afternoon, I don't know. So allow me to say this. Today, this afternoon, after the Vice Chancellor's address, we are going to proceed to our places of residence. Tomorrow, we are going to announce, after the Vice Chancellors, we are going to announce where we are going to meet for acclimatizing with what happens within our specific schools. And I am emphasizing that, ensure that you go to the school which you were admitted into. Don't go to the school where you are planning or you are hoping to transfer to. May I come again? Report to the school where you have been admitted to, depending on your registration number. We shall announce where we are going to meet, and that those meetings start at 8 in the morning. We are going to break into smaller groups. So sasa hakuna hii ya kukuja ni timu ni group. Huko sasa we are getting to more individualized activities. Please ensure that you report to your school so that you say, present sir, present madam, tomorrow up to noon. Then in the afternoon, we are again going through the assistance of our orientation coaches. We are going to do what we call campus social life. Please don't miss this. It will be a warm interactive sessions. We have got another team from outside that are coming to facilitate. We are getting into smaller groups. Don't miss that. I come again. Don't miss any of the activities that are coming. On Thursday, we are going to have what we call campus tour and library tour. Library has got the way they do their things. Library in any institution of learning is the heartbeat of the institution. You are going to learn about the resources that are there and how you are going to get both the physical and the digital resources. Please ensure that you cling to your group as you will be guided. We are going to know where the various lecture halls are going to be, where the offices are, so that when campus tour, extremely important. I find a third year saying, I don't know where the office of the Dean of Students is. Please don't miss campus tour, library tour, because you will find yourself lost. Don't be lost at home. Make sure you know every corner of your home and you are able to access what you want to access with ease. Then on Friday, again, we will be here in the morning hours. We have emphasized on the issue of clubs and societies. There are many. We are going to guide you more and bring all those people so that we can register you officially and start owning you and start guiding you and start working with you. So that is how the program is going to run. Tomorrow we will start from our schools. So orientation coaches from those schools ensure that you have all your students. We are going to plan after the Vice Chancellor's address. I was only giving a highlight so that you can start restructuring and restructuring your plans and your thinking so that we can work together. Right now, I think my co-MC is coming to give us I think by 12:30 we are leaving this place. By 1:30 we should all be seated here. Tunaelewana? Tafadhali, tunaelewana? It is important. Because disobedience caused the children of Israel to be in the wilderness for 40 years, a journey that would have taken them 7 days. So let's obey, let's come and get the information or get the address from the senior most members of our institution. MC, si utamaliza na utaomba tuende for that break, and then just come and cooperate. When we say comrades power, just say that power. When we say comrades tibim, just say that tibim with some excitement with it. It gives you a sense of belonging and it gives you some, wacha kukaa kama yani wacha kukaa kama yani kama kwenda huko. Tafadhali tuchangamke. We are still young. We still have all the energy with us. And kindly, if there is anybody experiencing any serious issue, please get in touch with our orientation coaches so that we get to address your issue beforehand. Sawa sawa? So usikufe peke yako. Hapa tuko pamoja na tunatembea pamoja. We still continue loving you. We still continue embracing you. We still continue smiling at you and feeling good that you are part and parcel of this great and wonderful institution. Thank you.
Aya, tumpigie makofi Madam Dean of Students. Tumpigie makofi mama yetu. Remember, she is the host of this whole process of the orientation. Now, I have a number of lost and found items. Dino umebeba hadi yangu. Asante. We have Mbithi Liki Muia, Faith Nyaboke Mabe. Faith Nyaboke, I have almost everything yours here. Faith Nyaboke still. Daniel Onyinkwa, Liki Muia, Faith Nyaboke. After this, you come for your items. Now, as Dean has said, kindly ensure in the afternoon we are at the peak. I told you you only get to meet the Vice Chancellor twice, during orientation and during your graduation. A number of speakers have come here. I want us to clap for them, all of them in general since morning. We give them the Karabanda Señorita, all the speakers that have come since morning. So tayarisha mkono, tayarisha mkono, tayarisha mkono. So tuende Karabanda Señorita, Karabanda Señorita. One of the speakers, Bwana Hilary Simba, that guy was called engineer, is also the coach in the basketball field. So if you're a lady and you also want to join basketball, you can go there, and if you're a gent, you can also join basketball. Sawa. Oh. Tupigie pia Hilary Simba makofi. Aya, twende. Karabanda Señorita. Hapo iko sawa kabisa. Now, at this juncture, let me invite Jadolo to pray for us. Jadolo, kindly, maombi specifically, tuweze kubreak. Na umesema saa ngapi, Madam Dean? Tumeambiwa saa ngapi? Saa ngapi? Saa 7:30. Tukue seated, fully packed. Sawa, Jadolo malizia mbio.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Muga Frederick is my name, banking and finance student. I'm one of orientation coach. Let us all rise up and pray. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, thank you for this afternoon that you have enabled us to reach. Thank you for the speakers who have spoken unto us. Father, I pray that may you bless them according to their capacity. Thank you for the audience, Father. Thank you for the ear of listening. Bless them for that. As you want to depart from here, Father, we are marching to different places to ensure, Father, that we take something for lunch. I pray that may you provide for us, provide for those who may lack. Father, thank you, and may you bless this lunch before you and before us. In Jesus' name we pray, trust and believing. Thank you, and may you break.
Thank you so much. Aya, turudi saa 8 na closed shoes na to make sure hujavaa kofia. Sawa DJ?